Hi Meow, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be doing a golden smoky eye tutorial. I realized that the gold smoky eye is a makeup standard. It's one of the first things that people learn how to do, and there are probably a million posts on YouTube on how to do it. However, I kind of wanted to make my own video just because I realized that people that are going to be watching my videos aren't going to know everything about makeup, and some people may be fairly new into makeup. So I decided to make this tutorial. If you already know how to make a smoky eye, if you already know how to do this, you know, go ahead and click away, watch another video. But if you are interested, go ahead and watch. Today I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro 3. You can use any pretty much very neutral palette, whatever makes you completely comfortable. It's okay. This is what I'm using today. I'm going to be using a warm light transition shade, a dark brown, a lighter brown, maybe like a very warmish transition shade. So, you know, and you can improvise as we go along. I'm also going to be setting my eye today. You can or don't have to set your eye, but if you want to follow this tutorial, go ahead and set your eye. This is a dark metallic brown down here and a dark metallic brown down here I'm going to be using, and also like a light like champagne color. It says light gold, but this is like a light champagne color I'm going to be using. So use your own shades. Oh, also this like jet matte black. So use your own shades. Whatever you've got in your collection should do just fine. It's just a neutral palette. For the center lid, I am going to be using this color right here. This is just a very, very yellow gold. And again, I'm only using these products because they are in my project pans. So, you know, whatever you've got that you can improvise with, you know, it works. I'm not saying you have to use these things, especially this, because hardly anybody has this. Another thing that you will be needing today is an eye cream. I'm using the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Eye Cream. You will also need an eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the color Eden. I'm also going to be using a liquid eyeliner for my wing. I do enjoy this. This is the waterproof one, but it isn't matte. I would prefer a matte version of this same one. And you need brushes. And you need something to do your eyebrows because you need to do your eyebrows. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to put on my eye cream. I'm just taking a tiny bit of that and I am putting it under my eye, right there, and rubbing it in. And then I'm also going to put it on my top lid, not close to my actual eyeball, because we don't want it migrating into our eye because it'll sting and it's not good for your eye probably. So just like up here. And eye cream is good to use every day, whether you are going to be wearing makeup or not. It just kind of helps prevent cellular damage, wrinkles, those kinds of things. I've heard of a Kate Somerville eye cream that has telomerase in it. That sounds really interesting. I don't have it. I think it's called like Telo 5. Kind of want to try it. People are thinking, well, I can't really see any kind of like results. It's true. You can't. At least not without a whole bunch of people in a clinical study. The next thing that I am going to do is put on my moisturizer. You should also be using a moisturizer, preferably with an SPF if you're going to be in the sun every day. This also kind of just helps protect your skin over the years. This is an eye makeup tutorial. I'm not going to go through my whole face and how I do everything. I might do that in another tutorial, but I want to do this because I want to show you pretty much like the steps I take when I'm doing my makeup, because I feel like, you know, it's helpful to know that after you put on your eye cream, put on your moisturizer so that can sink in and really get under your skin while you're doing your eye. I always do my eye first before my face because there could be fallout, and you know, if there's fallout I can just wipe it off. So I have all that setting. Now I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. You will notice that my eyeshadow primer does have a tint to it, an opacity to it, whereas Other eyeshadow primers are clear, and that's completely okay. You use whatever eyeshadow primer you'd like to. I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit because this stuff goes so far. And I just kind of pat. And then I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay, really quick, you need to make sure, like right here, that there isn't residual primer that got down there. Like, get it away before it sets because it will make your makeup look wonky if you don't get rid of it. Now I'm just gonna take any kind of brush. This is just a like flat, big shader brush that I don't really use for anything. I'm just gonna take that and put that into the color I'm gonna use to set. I'm using this color in Blanc right here that's quite light. And I'm just gonna set that eyeshadow primer. I'm just gonna pat it on there. Can you hear my kitchen? Okay, once you've got the whole eye set, next we're gonna go and get a big fluffy brush. I'm going to be using this crown brush. It doesn't have a number, it's probably been scratched off. I'm going to go into this lighter warm transition shade. This is in terracotta. I'm just gonna get some of that on my brush, tap off the excess if you have excess. This is a very hard pan and I need every little bit. And then I'm just gonna go in my crease and a little bit above my crease. And I'm also turning in circles as I'm going. I'm just kind of building it up slowly. And I'm blending it out. You don't want any harsh lines. Now we're going to take a smaller blending brush. I'm going to be using the Vasanti Contour Eyeshadow Brush. It's just smaller. It's still fluffy. I'm going to be going into Cold Taupe right here, which is more of just like a light brown. And I'm going to take a little bit on my brush and concentrate that in the crease. I'm doing windshield wiper motions and also circular motions. Now I'm going back with that first brush and I'm just going to blend that all out. Okay, this is a really simple eye tutorial, so I'm just going to take a dense kind of, maybe you call this a shader brush. This is by Luxie. This is a 211 contour brush, and I'm just going to go into the color Dark Mocha, which is a dark metallic brown, and I'm going to be putting that on the outer third of my eyelid. Just press it down. Just pressing it in there. Next, I'm going to be taking a small dense pencil brush. This is by Royal and Langnickel, and this is the BX95. And I'm just going to be going in with this light champagne shade. This is light gold. I'm going to be using MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just going to spray a little bit on the brush. If you don't already have MAC Fix Plus, just use a little bit of water on your brush. And I'm going to go into the shade, and I'm just going to pack that on my eye. Just pat it. Oh, and this is going on the inner corner of my eye, the inner third. Could even use the same kind of brush you used for the last step for this. I just like to be a little bit more precise. Now I'm going to be taking my favorite eyeshadow brush. If you don't have a brush like this, I mean, you really should. You can use, for this step, the same kind of brush that you used for the outer third. However, I do have this BX80 by Royal and Langnickel, and this is basically like a spread out dense eyelid brush. I don't know what to call it, but I love this brush. Again, I'm going to spray this with my MAC Fix Plus, and you use water if that's all you have. I am going to be going in to that shade in Honey. I'm going in with the side that I made wet and just patting it in that shade, and see how I have a nice coating on there. Then I'm just going to pat that on the center of my lid. Don't go too high with this. You're just getting this on the lid. You kind of want to overlap with this shade over here and this shade over here. But don't blend yet, just pat. Now we are going to go in with a fluffy pencil brush. I'm just going to be using this fluffy pencil brush by BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to go into our matte black right here. I'm just going to take a tiny bit on my brush and I'm just going to go into the outer V right here at the corner of your eye. I'm just going to place it and blend it, if that makes sense. Just so placing and then blending. And you can make this as dark as you want. If you want to keep on going in and intensifying, just do it slowly so you don't get too crazy. I'm going to build that up a bit more. What are you doing? Oh. I'm going to take the second fluffy brush that we use, the smaller fluffy brush. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to blend all of that in my crease right there. Kind of above my crease. I want it to look nice and smoked out. Okay, I'm going to clean up down here any fallout that there is, and then I'm going to put my primer and foundation, blush, bronzer, all those kinds of things, and then I'm going to come back here. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I have my foundation and bronzer and blush and everything on. I'm going to go in with that terracotta shade that we used before as a transition shade. And I'm going to put that all over my pencil brush. And that's going to go everywhere underneath my eye. And I'm just going to smoke it out. You don't have to get this right under your eye. I mean, you really want to get this under your eye, but a little bit lower than that too, because you're looking for that smoky look. Just blend it. Once you're happy with that, I'm gonna go in with this dark brown right here. This is a matte dark brown. Put a tiny bit of that on my pencil brush, and I'm only gonna do like this outer part of my under eye. And this is gonna be a lot closer to the actual lash line, and it should connect like with the top. Okay, then I'm going to take that very sturdy pencil brush. I'm going to go back in with that yellow gold shade, and I'm going to put that on the middle under my eye, very close to the lash line. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off that dense pencil brush, and I'm going to go back into that light champagne color, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner of my eye and under on the inner part of my eye. I kind of did this inadvertently when I was first applying my eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm going to take a clean, kind of fluffy-ish brush and just kind of blend out the outer part. Don't go too close to your lash line because you don't want to like blend all that stuff together, but just like the outer part of under that stuff, just to make it look really neat. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my eyeliner. I'm painting this Tarte eyeliner pencil in Midnight Plum, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to put it on my waterline. And then I'm going to tight line with this. It's just hard to do one-handed. I guess I can. Okay. You don't have to do this stuff if you're not comfortable. Now we're going to go in with the wing liner, which is kind of difficult one-handed because I have my mirror in the other hand, but we're going to do the best we can. So basically, I'm just going to go from the edge of my eye up to like, you know, where I want my wing to go. So then I'm going to try to make that just like a straight line. I'm going to let it dry, down and let it dry. I don't always get these things even, but I try my best. Then we're gonna go from the top of that line, and we're going to, depends like how you want your wing, but today I'm gonna go from the top of that line, and I'm gonna go to like right about here, like that. I'll let that dry. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of go to the inner corner right here and make a small line and kind of go up into that wing, and then I'm gonna fill in that wing. Now that I have my wings done, and you don't have to do them exactly like this, you can do them smaller, you can just do like a little flick like a cat eye, you can do them more upwards. It's whatever you prefer. I do them different depending on the mood that I'm in currently. I'm just going to put some mascara on. I'm only using one today, but a lot of times I use two. Today I'm using the Ulta Legendary Lynx, and this is a good formula. It's a very wet formula, and it's not very clumpy. If you like a kind of non-clumpy, kind of more natural mascara, this would be good for you. I'm doing the top lashes and the bottom lashes. Okay, now I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to be using this Bite Beauty lipstick in the color Chai. Okay, you guys, what do you think? That is your basic gold smoky eye. I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope maybe you learned something today. If you would like to vote for my 2019 Pan That Palette, go ahead and click up in the iCards and watch that video and tell me which palette you want to see me pan or you think I should pan. I would love to have everyone and anyone's input. Don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.